Alright, in this video I'm going over P108 of the Go Math homework for lesson 6.5, chapter 6, lesson 5. Mark cycled 25 miles at a rate of 10 miles per hour. How long did it take Mark to cycle 25 miles? Okay, so how long? We need to find the time. So we have time equals, we know the distance, 10 miles. Oh, I'm sorry. The distance is 25 miles. And we know the rate is 10 miles per hour. And that's how we're going to find the time. Okay, and the time is going to be in hours. So 25 divided by 10, that's the math you need to do. And that will tell you your answer, and your answer is going to be in hours. All right, let's go on to number 2. Joy ran 13 miles in 3 1/4 hours. What was her average rate? So we need to find rate. So we don't know rate, but we know the distance, 13, and we know the time. Now, this is 3 1/4. My suggestion to you would be to change this to a decimal. I think that's going to make it easier for the division. But again, you can solve it as leaving it as a fraction. If you decide to leave it as a fraction, I would recommend changing it to an improper fraction and then using copy, change, flip. But I'll let you do that math and I'll let you make that decision. But once you get your answer, your rate, it's going to be in miles per hour. So your rate is going to be in miles per hour. How do I know that? Because it's talking about miles and hours in the problem. Okay, number 3, write 2 ratios that are equivalent to 9/12. Well, I'll give you one. Now, the nice thing about equivalent ratios, you can always multiply. If you choose to multiply, you can multiply by whatever you want as long as you have the same number on the top and the bottom. For example, if I want to if I want to multiply by 2, I just have to make sure I multiply by 2 over 2 to get my equivalent ratio. But I'm going to do, the first one I'm going to do is a division. Now with division, you can't pick any number you want. Well, you can, but then you could end up with decimals and you don't want to make life harder for yourself. So I want to pick a number that will go into 9 and 12 evenly so I don't have to deal with any decimals. So I know 3 will go into 9 and 12. And again, just like with the multiplication, if I'm dividing by 3, I have to divide the top and the bottom both by 3. So that would be 1, and this could be your second one if you want, or you could choose some other number for here. All right. Number 4, in the Chang family's budget, 0.6% of the expenses are for internet service. What fraction of the family's expenses is for internet service? And then write the fraction in simplest form. Okay, 0.6%. Well, that is, percent means per 100. And that percent is in the tenths place. So if that percent was in the hundreds place, it would be 6 over 100. But that 6 is in the, or excuse me, if that 6 was in the ones place, it would be 6 over 100. But since they moved the 6 back and it's in the tenths place of the percent, it's going to be 6 thousandths. Okay. Number 5, how many meters are equivalent to 375 centimeters? Well, you just write the number down, and then I'm going to let you go back. You should have quick access to your chart, because in the previous videos I've told you over and over again, make sure you have quick access to the chart. So you're going from centimeters to meters to solve this one. Okay, if you need help, raise your hand, but as soon as you raise your hand, I'm going to come over and say, okay, where's your chart? So have your chart ready if you are raising your hand. Number 6, what is the product of the two quantities shown below? Well, 12 hours is the same thing as 12 over 1. So now you're essentially just multiplying 60 times 12. Okay. And your answer is going to be, these hours are going to cross simplify, so your answer is going to be miles. But I'll let you go ahead and do that math. Excuse me, sorry about that. Oh, I'm sorry, and let me jump back to number 4 real quick. Oh my goodness, almost made another mistake. Why? Because I didn't read my problem carefully. Almost, guys, almost. It says write the fraction in simplest form. So now I need to divide, simplify, divide. What can go into 6 and 1,000 evenly? Well, I know 2 will work. And so now I have to do that simplification to get my final answer. So I'll let you do that. Woo, that was a close one. All right. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next video.